to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Vikings getting one more drive here before the break. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on the Saints. And it's the man from Louisville, Tyler Shuck. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And this is Chris Godwin. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Buccaneers are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Tua, 12 yards on the touchdown. The Dolphins are into the win column. They get the victory here in Week 3. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. Showing a little burst so far. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line. The Falcons offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Pistol snap to Jackson. On him quick, and they bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play fake. Jackson. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break. They finally get him to the ground.
On the move, past the 40. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Like so many of the league's quarterbacks know how to do, this guy has really taken over much of this game, and it's been his dual threat ability that served as the catalyst for that.
And let's give him a lot of credit here, Kate, because he's the one who recognized there'd be opportunities aplenty to hit this defense with his legs. He's picked the right moments, picked his spots, and that stat line's benefited.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. You sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight.
He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Now to throw. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's taken down at the 30. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Vikings 1st down.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense is hurrying, time running down.
A loss of 9 yards.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the far, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Cool on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 28, Vikings 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Minnesota spends its second time out here. First and 10, here's McCarthy. In trouble now, and the ball is out. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession.
Recovered by the offense.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he goes, third and long. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A big gain on the play, but it brings up fourth down.
Here he goes, gotta have this on fourth down. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
One after try good by Riker. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. The time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. Oh, the Vikings got to it first. They get it back. One of the toughest things for a team to achieve successfully, and yet they made that look simple, partner, getting the ball back.
Yeah, unlike that round ball that you like to talk about, this one bounces in funny ways, and the numbers, well, they're not on your side on these onside kicks, but it happened to work this time, and may embolden them in the future to take the risk again.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Desperation time here on fourth. Trying to push deep downfield. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the fourth. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta. host of Falcons soaring in the upper air of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. One does take to the skies before kickoff. That's the mascot, Freddy the Falcon. Down at ground level, it is a cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field here in Atlanta. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. These guys coming off their first loss of the year, don't want to fall to 500 here. Across the field, that's head coach of the Falcons, Raheem Morris. These guys are ready, as they always are, to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Kate Scott, joined by my partner, Brock Hewer. This is punter Bradley Pinion to get us started. And here we go on EA Sports. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another one for Judkins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they are on him short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way up in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. Play action now with Jackson. Gets it, but there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Falcon first down.
4 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
You just get the playoff. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So through 1, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Jackson trying again on 2nd down. This is completed downfield to Likely. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On the move, headed right. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? You feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. First down, play action. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down. Back to throw. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Third down, and they need to get 10. Third and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Escapes a defender. Dodges another stop. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Lamar out of the pistol. Avoids the sack. Flush down out to his left. Now he takes it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that's a Falcon first down. They go play fake with Jackson. Escapes his grasp. He calls his own number again. Keeps himself upright. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Browns taking the field with barely any time left in this opening half. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he could not break beyond the line. So that's how our half's going to end. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott
Our
Hansen.
spin around
Scott?
the NFL starts now. It begins in Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Broncos in the AFC West. And this is Bo Nix. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Broncos are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Next, let's go to Landover, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital, looking in on the Commanders as they host the Houston Texans. And this is Rachaad White. He's been terrific in the first half. This, the first of his 2 touchdown runs. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Commanders looking for a 3rd straight win after an opening week loss. They lead at the half. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. And it's the tight end, Gunnar Helm. You want instant offense? Try this one on for size. He makes the catch, and then watch him go. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out for the second half kickoff.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. 1st and 10, here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Well, when this guy's got it going on the ground, Brock, there isn't a more exciting player on the field. And he has certainly been the most fun to watch in this one.
Yeah, he's been fun for you and me, Kate, without this defense. You know, I remember asking Pete Carroll some years ago, is it harder than ever to play defense right now because of all the rules and regulations, everything else? He said, oh, yeah. They throw in these dual-threat quarterbacks, they're a nightmare as well.
This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Shoots another one. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
First down, here's Lamar. He's got it near the 8. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Alpha, hot.
Play fake, Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow the lead coming out at halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, and quick there, and they bring him to the turf. work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. A give left side, Judkins. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Now throw, 3rd and long. That one's caught. Judy has it. Now he's past the 25. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns start the second half with some needed points. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Forced out to his right. Dancing past him. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. On 1st down, Jackson. Rolling into enemy territory. He has this down to the 34. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here.
DC, right? Let's go, let's go. Ready, shot.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. He's got it at the 6. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson now on the return. Jukes away from one. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Browns getting their offense out there. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll come out throwing. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
2nd down pass play coming. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down. Offense up to the line fast. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Fits it through the middle. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. To the left and hauled in by Likely. Dodges another stop. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off the defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. And more importantly, go exploit it.
Working inside the red zone. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they boxed on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. It really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Back now, pressure coming. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going now on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Look to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
19 Tiger.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
So out now comes the punter. Brady Mann will kick it away. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. Well, look again, it's just a good start to this season. Might be becoming something a little bit better, Brock. 4-0 now. There may be some serious legs to the start they're having here.
Yeah, let's not go calling them the 72 Dolphins yet, Kate. A lot of season left. But you'll hear coaches, especially in this first month of the season, call it stacking wins.
Yep.
And you know, if you can sustain success and you stack these wins early, you're typically a playoff team late.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. On the Carolina sideline, it's their head coach, Dave Canales. His guys put together a solid opening month, 3 wins against just 1 defeat. On the other side, it's the Falcons head coach, Raheem Morris. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Oatson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. And we are underway here in Atlanta. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
I give this guy a lot of credit, Mike. He was very upfront and honest, not only with us, but with his teammates, that last week, it was just not up to the standard that they expect around that building. And even though they were able to win and overcome some of those bad interceptions, if they want to continue to give themselves a chance week in and week out to win in the NFL, they're going to need more production out of that quarterback position.
Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. Try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, this could be a tough group to match up with.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Real quick. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jackson out of the pistol. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. What a try. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he's is going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check right.
So after 1, it's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter.
On the
We're
set.
looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go. Set. 10 plus.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And it'll bring this to about the 25. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
From the gun here, over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
This taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action, quarterbacks went under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, like, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat them.
That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35.
A gain of 47 on the play. And the Falcons, first down.
A first down throw for Jackson.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
And he will score! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. His second touchdown of this first half. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down.
Yellow, 1.
The throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Young to throw on first down. Open man downfield is Leggett. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3 yards on the play.
Set to go now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
To throw, Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The Panthers are going to burn their third and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
On second down, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
On first and 10, Jackson. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. This one runs out of steam off the crossbar and comes back. No good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And this is Chris Godwin. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 52 yards, touchdown.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Agnew on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Raheem Morris there, Falcons head coach. His team ready for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's a lot.
Jackson now to throw on first down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Pistol formation with Jackson. To the right. That's Pitts. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and short, Jackson. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Exiting the pocket right. He'll take off again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
At the 9-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. Forced out wide. There he goes again. And he'll go into a slide here. They're going to mark him just a little short of the first down. 3rd and inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. On is Coop for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Panthers nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Down.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months.